Armada is entering the snowboard space. I just want to hear what's happening with Armada.
Sick. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to leave a little bit under wraps because we're going to be launching this thing in due time. But yeah, basically it's been a dream of the brand since the brand's inception to make snowboards as well as skis. But the only way that they were going to do it is if they could do it the right way and have this be a brand that's good and gives back to snowboarding. So it really started with the people. They knew that they couldn't just have the ski engineers and the ski team market and sell and produce the product, but it needed to mirror what they have on ski, which is people who are super dedicated, super passionate about their craft. So Hans, who's the general manager, went to work a couple years ago and just started calling contacts. And he got a hold of T-Bird and Tanner. And basically those dudes asked him every single question that all of us have wondered as we've heard rumblings about this. Like, okay, what do you guys want this thing to be? What's the long term? Are you down to have a completely separate team of snowboarders running this thing? And the answers were yes, yes, and yes. So Tanner signed on as brand director, and he was the first employee. Bird came on as the marketing manager, and then they needed somebody to make the product. So Hans, who's the founder, knew Paul Maravitz, who was the founder of Rome from back in the day. Paul had sold Rome to Nidecker a few years prior and was kind of just like chilling, living in Vermont, doing like a small craft snowboard company to keep him busy, but raising his kids and shredding 100 days a year. And when Paul got involved, that really kind of unlocked it for the brand just because of his history, his know-how, his knowledge, his relationships with different factories. Paul went to work and hired a team of engineers, so dedicated, young, ripping snowboarders to do boards, boots, and bindings. They brought on Josh Manolis, who absolute G, lives in Minnesota, worked with Adidas, skate and snow, ripping skateboarder, but super, super talented graphic designer. And then, they needed somebody to sell the stuff. So I was in conversation with them. I had a lot of talks with Hans, who's the founder, asking all of the questions that we've all had, like about the longevity of it, what they wanted this thing to become, what the relationship with ski and snowboard was going to be and how it was going to look. And everything that he said was like right on par with what I thought it needed to be successful. So yeah, we're going to be launching, we'll be launching, but then product will be available in fall of 26. But what's pretty cool about it is that we got a bunch of team riders on early. So the team riders helped a lot with the development process. We had like a clean slate. We made no products. So it was really cool to work with some of these team riders to be able to figure out like, okay, what's been missing? What's a board that you haven't had? What's a problem that you've never been able to solve? And the team riders had like very, very intimate feedback and hands-on to the product that we created. But it's awesome, dude. I am super, super hyped. All of us love and care about snowboarding pretty much more than anything in the world. And like, it's really cool because the ski side is awesome. There's a bunch of great people that work there, but they empower us to do what's right and what we think is right for snowboarding. So I'm stoked, man. Like starting something from the ground up has been fun and challenging, but I couldn't be happier, to be honest.
Love it. I've heard rumblings, kind of know who's roughly riding these boards. It's a really sick team. I know you can't speak on that quite yet, but I have a question about the haters. When you have a ski company, a lot of people in snowboarding have negative, just a negative tone towards ski companies that want to come into snowboarding. What are your thoughts on that?
Wait and see, because if a brand is giving back to athletes, focusing on retail, supporting endemic media, and making good product at an affordable price, and are giving back to snowboarding, then that's what's really important. I've said it before, like, dude, the brands that are owned and operated and by the same person that founded them originally are awesome and deserve praise and deserve to be supported. But I think that we can bring something that is good for snowboarding that helps the entire ecosystem that is snowboarding.
Great answer, Trev.
Solid. Oh, yeah.
One other thing on the team, too. We're launching with an equal number of males and females, which is cool. So it's nice because, like, since we started from scratch, basically, there's not a lot of red tape. And we felt that, especially in today's world, it's super important to give those females an equal voice, as well as an equally split product offering between men and women.
Damn, that's major.